And it is that time of the week, folks. Yeah, it's time not for one dose, but a pair of doses.
Some doses are worse than others, Paddy.
Well, I know, yeah. As someone that gets man flu, I know. Yeah, what's the crack? How are we doing?
Good, good. You must be on a bit of a downer coming back from your holidays.
I am.
Yeah, yeah. Let's talk about that actually as well, shall we?
Oh, gosh, yeah.
Because has this been your first time away?
So, it's my first proper holiday where I wasn't working, wasn't doing anything for a week, yeah.
And your first proper holiday doing that and being on a GLP-1?
Yes.
Cool. Did we talk about my... yeah, we did. We spoke about the turkey bit, yeah. And you were in... Where were you?
I was in Mallorca for the first time.
Nice.
Yeah, I'd never been. And it was lovely.
Adults only hotel.
Adults only hotel, no children. I love it.
No, the next thing you said you wanted was an adult flight, isn't it?
Yeah, an adult only flight. Like when you get onto the plane and all you're kind of hearing before you even take off is like children screaming. What are you drinking? What's that?
I am drinking
San Pellegrino.
What's it? Lemon. It's just beautiful.
Is there something else in it? No? In the glass?
No, there's no.
Oh, okay.
You're back on the San Pellegrino.
Okay. So Mallorca, anyway, I was there for a week. We got in there very late Sunday morning actually, because it was a nighttime flight. And then we got home very late on Saturday night. So today's Monday and I'm feeling really tired today.
Yeah, it's catching up on you, that's why.
Yeah.
All that relaxing.
Oh God, yeah, all the relaxing. And like I was back to work today and it's like, oh God, I wish I had another day or two off. It's always the way. I always think when you come back from holidays, you need another day or two off work before you actually go back to work.
Yeah, but you only had one day.
Sunday, yeah.
Yeah, that was it.
Yeah,
I bet you hadn't even unpacked, had you?
Would you know what, actually? I was actually quite good. I got up like Sunday morning, first thing at like whatever, 7:30, 8, put a wash on, everything.
Nice.
That's normally not me. But I was just
you're going to have to wash everything in the house this week, Paddy. It's going to be lovely.
Yeah.
The sun's coming out.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, touch wood. I can't wait.
So by the time this podcast goes out, people will know if we've had a nice week or not.
Yes.
Weather-wise.
In about 3 weeks' time. So, what was your number one difference that you realised between your most previous holiday and this holiday being on a GLP-1 medication? Because it's huge, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely how little I was eating. Absolutely how little I was eating. Like I was still and I put up a load of pictures during the week to try and show people that I was still eating the things I would eat when I was on holiday. Like we found a lovely place to go for dinner. That we went there a couple of times and I had the most amazing burger ever, a chicken burger that was done. It was like big chicken goujons that then had like some kind of like cheese and crispy onions. Oh, it was just amazing.
Oh,
it was amazing.
God, that sounds amazing.
It was so good. Like
nice brioche bun on that now, be lovely.
Yes, that's what was with it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
good.
Yeah, so like I tried to just like breakfast every morning. They had fantastic and a buffet, but then they had somebody that was cooking like things fresh as well. So nearly every morning I had like an omelette with ham, cheese, and onions or peppers or something like that because it was lovely. I just loved it. Like it was really really tasty. And then what else? And then whatever, like, and this is the thing, like, I wasn't trying to be overly restrictive with anything I was having, but like, for example, what I found is before, if I went out for breakfast, perfect example, I would have my full fry, then I'd go, and like, I mean, full fry, like, 3 or 4 sausages, then I would have gone and gotten all the pastries. I love pastries. Would have gone and gotten the pastries, or maybe some toast or something like that, and I would have had loads of that, like loads, because it was just there.
And would you have gone back for cheese and meats?
Not really a cheese and meats at breakfast person. I love the continental
side. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not keen on a fried breakfast now. I never have been. Like when I go to those kind of buffets, I'm always with the granola and the pureed fruits and
I definitely
yogurt.
Yeah, no, good rashers, good sausages. If you can get a fresh poached egg, even better.
Nice.
All that kind of stuff. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
definitely kind of what would normally tickle my fancy. But I think the difference is I wasn't longing for that on holidays,
Yeah.
and I was
Well,
really enjoying the omelette.
your mind wasn't consumed by what was going to be
No,
on the menu
exactly.
or where
No,
you were going to go for your tea or yeah.
no. And then I say dinner. I had like proper dinner. Went to that nice place a couple of times. Had stuff in the restaurant. Again, I would have found myself thinking, oh, okay, I want to get like say something that has either chicken or ham or stuff like that in it. So I think on a subconscious level, my mind is working that get your protein source in, get your protein source. Now I probably could have been getting more in, but what I get again, I would have found with dinner is I wasn't able to like have a starter and then my main and then dessert.
And a dessert.
It just wasn't happening.
Yeah.
And I know that. So there's no point me doing it. The last night we were there, I did get some cream of tomato soup, which was amazing. It was so good.
I do like that as well, yeah.
And then I went round and just picked up random things. Like I picked up, they had hard-boiled eggs, which I hadn't seen before. So I got like some hard-boiled eggs, because I love hard-boiled eggs.
Anyway.
Yeah, I love them anyway.
Yeah.
And went and got, they had like this vegetable lasagna type thing, and I love vegetable lasagna, so I got a very small slice of that. So I got loads of little bits and pieces like that. I was kind of more grazing that last night.
Yeah.
But then I
You love a graze though, don't you?
I do, yeah. And then like the next morning, I decided, you know what? I'm not going to get my omelette this morning. I'm going to get something different. So I got myself a Nutella crepe, and it was class.
Ooh.
But then I was content with that. I didn't need all the other stuff with it as well, you know. So yeah, definitely a different experience.
It's a very different experience.
Yeah.
I would have been all consumed now previously, and even when I was building up to it, it was always about food. Always about food. Like
the buffet,
you know,
and the cocktails. And all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not a big drinker, but when I'm on holidays, it's like, oh yeah, you know, you're in the sun and you're in the vibe and stuff like that.
And you're relaxing.
Exactly, yeah. So I would say I had. No, though they had like prosecco out for you to make mimosas in the morning. So I did have a little glass prosecco most mornings.
Good.
I did.
Ah, you deserve it, Paddy. You deserve it.
Deserve it. Like, you know. Deserve it. £100, yay! God, flashback to Simon World, yay!
Yay! You deserve it.
Yeah, you deserve it. It deserves that Chinese on the way home. But
Christ.
Yeah, so it was grand. And then what day was it? I took my medication on the Saturday, the day we went, and then by God, when I woke up the Thursday or particularly the Friday morning, I was starving. I felt starving.
Yeah.
Starving.
You knew.
Like clockwork, my body was able to tell me, hey, there's less of this in your system. But what was good was I went and had something smaller to eat, and I felt full. Yeah. So even though I felt hungry, it wasn't a case that I was hungry to the point of wanting to go and overeat, if you get me, you know?
You just satisfied your hunger and then moved on from it.
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah, it's a very different hunger, isn't it?
You'll
get hungrier, but you still aren't able to consume a volume, a larger volume of food.
Yeah. Now, it did bring back that whole idea of, are you able to overeat when you're on the medication? And you absolutely are, because like the first night that we went...
I spoke about this today.
Oh, did you? Okay, I didn't know that.
With somebody, yeah.
Okay. So like the first night, like I could have finished my meal. So it was a burger and sweet potato fries. That's what the meal was. The burger, I say, was a big burger, and a normal portion of sweet potato fries. They're never big portions anyway because they're sweet potato fries. But I'd say I was probably 3/4 way through the burger, and I probably could have left the rest. Yeah. But I was like, oh, I'm really enjoying this. So I was that evening. I was almost at the point of being uncomfortable.
You pushed yourself a little bit.
Yeah, I finished the burger, and I didn't finish all the sweet potato fries because I was like, I just can't.
But you'd rather finish the burger, wouldn't you?
Yeah, because it was lovely. Yeah.
So I was talking to one of my subscribers today on a phone call, and she's just starting out and it's going really well for her and she's really enjoying it. And as we all do at the start, we honestly think that we are going to be the only one person in the world that this medication won't work for.
Yeah.
I think that's kind of a nervous stress thing when you start out first. And I was talking to her about an experience I had, and an experience that maybe 3 other people that I've spoken to have had as well. And that is testing the medication. Seeing, can you eat through it, and what is it going to feel like at the end? And I know when I did that, and I did it, I never did it again.
Yeah.
Ever. And I did test it, and it's horrible when you do it.
It's horrible. When you get to that feeling of, like I say, I didn't push the limits massively with it now, in fairness. It was like, I'd say an extra 3 bites of the burger and maybe, I don't know, 8 or 9 sweet potato fries type thing. But like, even at that, I was like, oh my God. I'm like, oh God, I'm so full. Like, I just want to lie here now. Literally, and I did say that. I was like, oh, I could just lie here now. Yeah. And that was without like loads of sides and loads of stuff.
It wasn't even that much like.
And even actually the day before that, we went there for lunch, and I ordered bruschetta, and it was 4 bits of bruschetta. Again, we didn't realize how much was going to come, but it was 4 bits of bruschetta.
Usually wouldn't get that much.
No. But even still, it's not as if the big meal. And like, again, was like, I'd say 2 bits of the bruschetta in, and I was like, oh my God, again.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Yeah.
It's mad, isn't it?
I did have, coming home then Saturday, I did have Burger King. So I did,
you were saying.
Yeah, which I haven't had. And I didn't enjoy it.
Because it's not nice.
It's not like the burger. No. The burger was tasty, but overall it wasn't nice and it wasn't satisfying.
Yeah, but those things are not satisfying anymore.
No, like there was nice flavours in it, but it just didn't. I would have preferred my chopped chicken Caesar salad.
Yes. Yeah.
Absolutely.
But don't you find that on this medication you automatically make better choices? Do you find that?
I think, like, I do, but I don't know if that's because I have spent so long focusing on making the better choice. I don't think it's the medication. I think it's more so that now we're accustomed to just, well, this is what I eat. This is my lifestyle. This is the type of food I eat.
Yeah.
I don't think it's
different
medication.
For me now.
I do think some of my taste buds are heightened, which is making me want to have other foods. And I think
nicer
chicken Caesar is one of them. Yes. So like I would have enjoyed a chicken Caesar before, but now I get such flavour from chicken Caesar salad.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I don't know if it's because I'm having less of the like, I was going to say crap. Well, it is highly processed. Like,
it's not nutritionally.
I still have some of it. Don't get me wrong. I absolutely have some of it. Like, I've had some chocolate digestive biscuits with my coffee there. They're gluten free though.
They're what?
Gluten free.
Oh no, is Peter gluten free?
No, I was up for Mum and Dad's, and Dad's gluten free, and I was making a cup of coffee, and I was like, oh, I want a biscuit. What the hell?
Awful. Don't waste your calories on that.
It was like sawdust sprinkled with like chocolate. They're better than they used to be, but like, yeah.
I will say though that I do think that the medication has helped me to make better choices. I think helped me in a way that it gives me a bit of peace in my mind to think about what I'm going to eat rather than walk into the kitchen absolutely starving, ravenous, and just eat anything. And I think that's why I spent the past 30 years addicted to bread.
Okay.
I wasn't addicted to bread. It was just the easiest thing, the quickest thing to get in my mouth and fill my stomach. Yeah. And hence being starving 10 minutes later because you're only eating it with butter or whatever.
And the bread and stuff is not something that I have ever... Oh, that's a video. I'm trying to get a picture to it. Like, bread and stuff is not something that I've ever been, like, really craved. Now, toast with nice Kerrygold on it.
Oh. Nice what?
Kerrygold.
Oh, Kerrygold. Okay.
Kerrygold, yeah. Or like a bit of like blackcurrant jam. Now that would you know, but I would rarely ever be like, oh, I'm craving bread ever in my life. It's more
my whole life.
The sweet stuff. Like if I had a jar of Nutella in the cupboard, that'd be gone within a couple of days. Would it? Like, oh my God, I'd inhale it if I could have.
Yeah, we've always got it in the house now because of the kids, but I never really went for it. I was always really savoury.
Yeah, and it's funny, like even on I say I got a crepe pancake thing with some Nutella the last morning there, and there was only a little bit of Nutella that put it when they were making it, but it still was enough just to satisfy me. I didn't have a craving and I need more of that.
After it, like you would have.
It's like, I got my flavor that I wanted, and I'm happy with it.
Yeah. I put up my dinner there a minute ago that I just ate. I had salmon, baked salmon, couscous, and roasted vegetables, and I think it came to like 610 calories or something. And it was absolutely gorgeous. I need to look at my calories again. Actually, I think I'm only eating like maybe 1,300.
Oh, Belinda.
It's not enough, so it's not 13 and a push 14.
Yeah, that
it's
is
not.
quite low.
So it's not, Paddy.
Well, I mean, it depends. Again, you'd have to go through trying to work it out for
but
you.
You know my stats, and I don't think
I would say that sounds low.
Yeah.
Even when you factor in some probable like metabolic adaptation,
but it's still even
with
the whatchamacallit, the protein.
Yeah.
Still at that. I probably only hitting about 70 grams of protein with the 2 meals.
I could definitely get more protein in myself as well. Really could. I know I could. It's something I need to be more focused on.
The clear whey that you gave me, that's really handy. And then it's really nice as well.
It is. It's gorgeous.
Yeah, really nice. And and just throw in a protein bar then in the middle of the day with a coffee or something. And I suppose that's the protein kind of leveled off then for the day, 120 or whatever. But it's really important. But the fibre is just a huge thing as well.
Yeah, we had like yesterday evening, because again it was like our first day back home, and we're like, oh god, and I didn't have a massive appetite because I only had taken my medication then Saturday night midnight. So like yesterday I was
when you came home.
Yeah, I was like, don't show me food. But I was like, still, I need to eat. So we had some of the cottage pie thing, shepherd's pie or whatever, from Centra, like the tray bake one. So I had a small bit of that, but then I filled the plate with some of the steamed veg bags. And I was stuffed after it. It was lovely. So I got a load of fibre.
They're so handy, aren't they?
Yeah, they are.
Do you take notice of your protein intake or your fibre intake generally? Like in the normal run of no? Just
as in like visually I do, like, but I don't keep note of it anywhere or like track it or anything like that. But like it's something I'm aware of when I'm having a meal of, do I have a protein source and like do I have some fibre like day to day?
Yeah.
I'd look at it kind of that way. Again, I won't obsess over it, but I will try and be mindful of, make sure that you're getting some protein and some
You don't get side effects though now at this stage anyway, so you don't.
No,
and did you ever get side effects, especially like constipation or
very
anything
rarely
like that?
Very, very, very rarely. Very rarely.
Yeah.
The main
even
side
in the
effect,
earlier days?
Yeah, even in the earlier days. The main side effect I would have had would be feeling cold.
Right, that's huge.
Yeah.
Yeah, very common.
And again, the kind of input that I had from people about why that happens is that literally because you're consuming less calories, your body is colder. Like it's there's not as much fuel coming into it, so it's struggling to keep warm. It's essentially.
Yeah, they were easy side effects to deal with, though.
Yeah,
as opposed
absolutely.
to
Yeah.
I remember when I started out first and I was on Ozempic, I had to come off it for a couple of weeks because my side effects were so bad.
Funny you should bring that up, because I put a thing up to, because I'm really curious to find, because I'd love to have somebody on the podcast, Belinda, somebody that maybe has maybe had a very bad experience with these medications. Because I'm very aware, me and you have had relatively okay journeys with things, like in terms of that side of things. But I would love for us to speak to somebody that maybe didn't and had the complete opposite experience, just to explore that and what that was like for somebody. So if there is somebody listening, please, hello@thedose.ie. Yeah, send us an email, hello@thedose.ie. And would love to dig into that a little bit more. But like, because you hear of some people that maybe did end up in hospital or did end up in hospital, did end up. And now it's not an everyday occurrence.
Like, to make sure as well that it's directly, the cause was directly.
Yeah, absolutely. So like,
because of a GLP-1.
So I put a thing up on my Instagram today asking people about, have you had negative side effects?
Oh, right, okay.
Definitely. So I got, I was on Ozempic for nearly 3 months. Found it was great, but had to stop because of my creatine levels increased too much.
What?
Yeah, I've half kidneys, so doctor stopped it.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then someone else.
You need good kidneys to process creatine?
I well. I mean, like your kidneys in general is one of the things that I know they'll look at, like when you're on this medication, making sure that it's kind of working again. Obviously, your gallbladder and that. Saxenda was awful for me. Mood swings, like pure rage, sickness, and headaches. Yeah.
And again, I had headaches.
And again, the headaches one is one that people have asked me about, and I've always thought that the headaches tied back to being dehydrated, because even a 1 or 2% change in your hydration levels can have quite an impact on you. Yeah, so it can. Some of the other things, but like these are just say some that came through today. Someone said my partner had to come off it because he had such a bad reaction to it. Hi Paddy, I was on Saxenda for over a year. I suffered desperately with my gallbladder while on it. I stopped losing after 6 months and gained all my weight. And then some, so I came off it. I'm now on Mounjaro 14 weeks later and 2 stone down, hoping to lose another 4. No gallbladder issues, touch wood. So that's great. But anyway, so definitely a mix out there. And I think that's really important as well, that like when we were talking about it, that there are people out there that do have bad side effects. It is not the majority, but there is definitely a portion of people that cannot tolerate these medications. And I say I'd love to talk to somebody a bit more about that. So would, you know?
And that's just like there's a majority of people out there as well that the medication just does not work for at all. Yeah. That they just nothing. There's no cause. There's no reason why it just doesn't work. Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I suppose that's kind of would bring us on as well to, you know, social media and false information being given out.
God, like I'm aware, like we've spoken about social media a good bit over the last few weeks.
Yeah,
and
but
indeed,
this is different.
Yeah, because I think it's important. And I think it just shows, though, how ever present and ever potentially impactful social media can be.
And harmful.
So, like,
and harmful.
Like, I went on yesterday and I literally saw a message from somebody, a randomer, to another person saying, oh, if you want to lose weight, this person was on Mounjaro, if you want to lose weight, you need to make sure you're eating 600 calories a day. I was like, what?
Are you kidding me, Paddy?
You do not know.
How detrimental is that?
Oh my God. And this was in a group where there is like hundreds of other people. And
more than hundreds.
Like, oh my God, this is just shocking. And there's no regulation, there's no moderation, there's no like it just makes my blood boil so much when I see this. And like there's only so much I can try and intervene when I see things like that. But like, hey, please don't take that advice. Go and talk to a registered dietitian. But like, I'm telling you, if you're somebody that is living with obesity and somebody is telling you that you need to eat 600 calories, like somebody that is random off a group, please don't listen to them. Please don't. There is a very few scenarios whereby you will be told to eat that few calories. One of them being if you're in hospital being medically supervised and controlled and there is a specific need whereby you need to go on a very low calorie diet, they will manage that when you're there with them. This isn't something that the everyday person should be looking at or thinking of. I did it via Lighter Life years ago on like, I can't remember, it was 600 or 800 calories a day. And it was, and I always say, I've mentioned this before, and I can't remember when, maybe the last season, but it was literally the worst dieting attempt I've ever done in my entire life. Ever, out of anything I've done.
Why wouldn't it be?
Like,
why wouldn't it be?
Just trying to function, you know, when the amount of calories that my body would have needed probably would have been 4,000 to 5,000 at that stage. So like, it was just ridiculous. Yeah, crazy.
So what we might do, Paddy, is we might do a nice list of red flags to watch out for when you are on the internet. And number one being if somebody is trying to tell you to eat 600 calories a day, red flag. Yeah. Do you know what I mean?
Also,
where Mounjaro or where GLP-1 and the internet are a thing.
Another one that I saw this week was somebody advising somebody to lie to their prescribers so that they continue to get their prescription.
Were they having side effects while they done that?
Yes.
Right. Yes.
So be honest with your prescriber about any side effects, no matter how little. Please tell them. Let them know.
Even if you feel a bit dizzy or you have a headache and you think it's from being dehydrated, you must speak to your prescriber. You just
let
have
them know.
to.
Because they can be either like, hey, I'm going to put your mind at ease, just take some electrolytes or just do this. Or actually,
and let's see.
Yeah, or actually, let's see, we get your bloods done, or we look at something else, or measure something else, or whatever, just to put your mind at ease. But like, so, number 2, don't lie to your prescriber. do tell
We
them
could be
any
here all
side
day.
effects are having. We could.
Yeah.
The other one that I had was, if something sounds
Too good.
no, the opposite. If something sounds a bit crazy, challenge
then it is.
So yesterday I went on. I don't know what it was, but yesterday, but went on. And there is a particular person whose content comes up from time to time. I do not follow them, and they have blocked me on another platform. And I don't know why. Like, I've never interacted with their content, but they've blocked me. Actually, maybe because I'm talking about them now. But they had up about how because your skin becomes more sensitive when you're on a GLP-1, that as a result of that, you are more likely going to need factor 50 because you're going to get sunburnt when the good weather.
More.
And I was like, well, there's a lot here to dig into. What is happening here? First of all, are you a dermatologist? Yeah. Are you a doctor? Are you a prescriber? I was like, there's so much here to go on. So, what research have you done? Where are you quoting? Like,
Did you ask those questions, or did you just move on?
No, I just step away from when something is that crazy. I know my boundaries.
And your abilities as well to deal with the crazies.
Yeah, and I have to protect my own headspace as well. That's the other thing. But instead, what I did was I put up a video on TikTok. We're like, hey, because if people had said, hey, Paddy, what about this video? And I was like, no. Okay. So, yes. Sometimes when you take your injection, you might get sensitivity on the skin where you take your injection. Sometimes people might get a little rash, they might get a little bit of bruising.
On the site of the
they might
injection.
get a little bit of something like that. So there can be a reaction of sorts. But that is nothing whatsoever to do with the photosensitivity of your skin, which then relates to, i.e. like tanning or the sun or stuff like that. And I did go and check this. I went then and did my research to try and see, right, let's really challenge this to see, is there a correlation between photosensitivity and GLP-1s or a particular medication? And there's not.
Zero.
But anyway, this particular person has a history.
Did you see the other big thing that was debunked today as well?
Oh, well, so I seen one that you're both yourself and my best weighted up. That one about
my best weight did
to do it about the optic nerve and something like that. Yeah. So I know there's a few things kind of vision related. Some of them have some merit depending on if you're potentially diabetic or stuff like that. But I know, But
that comes with diabetes anyway.
Yeah, you could be more prone. Yeah. But then as well, like,
but the actual specific GLP-1 medications for specifically for weight loss has found that the numbers were huge, massive that they did the trial on.
Was it 20,000? Was it?
Yeah. No, 200 and something thousand.
Was it 200 something? Yeah.
And it was debunked and said there is no correlation.
Yeah. So look at folks. If you're looking at something online, even our content, ask us.
Don't trust us.
Ask us. Oh, where are you quoting that from, or what conversation? Or who? Like.
Yeah. Because anything like that, we generally put the link up with it as well, and we're putting it up there so people can go and get informed. Yeah. Not just listening to us.
Like anything that I will say will usually have come from a conversation with an endocrinologist, an obesity specialist doctor, a registered dietitian, my own kind of training and experience, like as a personal trainer or stuff like that. So usually that's where my stuff will come from. Or if it's something that we've engaged with, say, Eli Lilly on, or whatever the case might be. So usually we do try and do a good job of our due diligence of anything we are talking about, right? But if you see somebody putting up stuff, just ask them, oh, what's your source for this?
Yeah.
Because
do you have any further information I can look at or something like that? If you're even if you're that bothered, sometimes you just better off scrolling past,
Yeah, I'm blocking them.
Not every post is an invitation to engage, like.
Well, that's true as well. But anyway, so that was that. And then the other, we spoke about this one, but and then the other one was what we mentioned was last week, the week before, about the personal trainer in the UK advising people to first of all, he was very against them, and now he's very pro them because he realizes
Team HR or something, is it?
Team something, I don't know what it is.
Something like that, yeah.
That
dreadful man.
About, like, I don't know, messing with the doses and all this kind of stuff. I'm just like, oh my god. So, like,
you never do that.
the social
Unless
media.
your doctor specifically tells you to.
Yeah, and like.
I know.
Yeah, so yesterday I just felt like social media, I've had enough of you.
Yeah, everyone's an expert.
Everyone's an expert.
They are, though.
And then I saw another person who is a pharmacy technician, and their content looked okay. I'd never seen them before, but their video come up talking about how to essentially safely extract what some people call the golden dose or the fifth dose. And this gets my back up so much when I see videos about this. I hate when anybody puts out public content about messing with the pens in any way. Whatever, as I say, people are adults and can, choose what they want in their own...
And behind closed doors in their own home, but don't be putting it on social media.
For a content creator to go out there and proactively show and encourage people how to mess with medical devices and medication, I just think is so ethically wrong. And like, I do flag some of this stuff, and the social media platforms just come back with, we didn't find anything wrong with this. And even some of the bullying ones.
Have you seen the update on Instagram? And I only noticed it yesterday. It's under so many reels. Is this content offensive? That's a tiny button you can press, and you could literally press it on every single reel.
So if I go in on yours now...
But how easy is it for somebody to do that to every single one of your reels? Oh my God, please don't do that to me, anybody. I've had such a hard time already.
I'm going to your page. I'm going to your page. Let's see now. What reel can I find of yours? 6 stone loss. I find this offensive.
I find this offensive
Belinda's
as hell.
face. I find this offensive.
Shut up.
I don't. Actually.
Leave me alone.
Do you know what? You look really well lately, Belinda.
Do I?
You do.
Are you taking the piss?
No, I'm not.
Oh, okay. Thanks, then. I appreciate that.
I said this to you the other day. I sent you a message and you didn't acknowledge it, bitch. I'm saying that you're glowing. Yeah, you're glowing.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah.
Do you know, I think that's coming from the inside. I think that's coming from the inside out. I feel amazing because I'm at the gym. Yeah.
Yeah.
It is. It's the gym, Paddy. It's the gym. Yeah, the confidence is soaring now because of it.
That's great. Yeah.
Yeah,
that's great.
It is good though, isn't it? Yeah. How many times a week do you go to the gym?
3. And then maybe a class or something like that.
Yeah, that's what they say to us as well. Strength training, we have 3 of them a week, and then you can take on a breath class or a flow class.
Exactly. So I normally try and get into, there's a lovely mobility, which is like a stretching type class, kind of like a yoga type class. Yeah, it's like mobility yoga, that kind of thing. And I just find it so chilled on a Saturday morning. I'll go into my workout before that sometimes and then go into that class. Then maybe because the gym has a sauna, I'll go have a sauna, have a coffee. And it's just a really lovely...
few hours.
Yeah, really lovely.
And you can do a bit of work there as well, can't you?
Yeah,
you can,
I spent a couple of hours there for my holidays actually working. Went and did a workout on my lunch break, and then kind of just stayed there on my laptop because a little coffee talk area. And
why not?
It was lovely. It was lovely, yeah. It was
my
cool.
Pilates start back tomorrow, and I've never been so excited about anything. I've missed a whole month of it. I feel like I need to be, that toy that the boys would have, Stretch Armstrong. You can hold the 2 legs and hold the 2 hands, and I need someone to stretch me right out.
Yeah. Yeah, I like I'm heading away tomorrow, so I'm not here to do my work. I normally meet with my strength coach tomorrow evening, but I have to go away for something else. So instead, what I've booked in
always
for...
on the go.
I know, oh God. I've booked in for like a massage thing on my shoulder because it's really tight. My upper back and shoulder, like my mobility is shocking in it on my left side.
Right.
So Max is helping to loosen that up for me, and then back to my training next week. Yeah.
Very nice.
Not like your Max,
Very
my
nice.
Max.
Well, my Max isn't real. Your Max is real.
Yeah. It's like 6 cents. I see dead people.
I know.
Yeah. Yeah.
I must say, my Max is great though.
He is. We're talking about ChatGPT, folks. I know we alluded to this before. Yeah, like it is wild. I have started having full-blown conversations when I'm in the car with ChatGPT, the voice function of it. It's mad. So, Belinda, when we were talking earlier on today, you mentioned that you were doing something really interesting in relation to your weight. and tracking it and kind of analyzing it. So what is it you've been up to with that data? Because you know me, I love data.
Yeah. So I went back to the very, very start, the day I started Ozempic, and then up until the day I stalled, how much weight I had lost in that time, exactly how long I had been stalled for, and then started on Mounjaro, how much I lost on Mounjaro up until the day I started the gym, and then how long I've been on in the gym and how much weight I've lost since then. Now I need to kind of format it together and all that, but it was really, really, really interesting. I'd never done that before, really. So I can't wait to kind of get it down on paper and show it to you. And I think it'll be really, like I was saying, good information for other people to see, because not everybody is like you. And not everybody is like my friend Mel, who's lost nearly 100 pounds in a year. And you, all the time that you were taking Mounjaro, less the break you had.
Yeah.
That's only months, Paddy.
How
many months do you think it is?
I would say 7, 8, 8.5, something like that. Yeah.
8.5 months, 100 pounds. That's phenomenal.
Like that. It is. And I agree.
It's
and again, that's why I
crazy,
always say that's not
isn't
normal.
it?
Don't expect that. Do not be expecting it. Absolutely don't.
Yeah.
Because it is
Yeah.
not the norm. I'm amazed at that.
I'm amazed. I think everybody is amazed and also delighted for you. And then, like I was thinking about it today when I was doing all that. And I kind of feel I felt a bit hard done by, because even now I still have to put in 20 times more effort, I feel, than anybody else that's doing this, because I do a phenomenal amount of like knowing my nutrition, knowing what I'm eating. I've done a phenomenal amount of work on coming off of the scales, and that not been a trigger for me anymore. Like I even got weighed today when I was getting my bloods done, and for the first time in my life, I did not look at that scales number.
Amazing.
Because I didn't care. And I was just so proud of myself. And then I sat down and I completely forgot about it. I didn't kind of go over and over in my head going, oh, did I put up or didn't I, or whatever. Since I came back from holidays, I haven't weighed myself,
Because you're not like latching on to
the inanimate object on the floor.
Yeah. No, definitely. Plus, the other thing is, like, I don't think people that are larger will typically tend to lose larger numbers of weight, because the other thing is so what was can you recall what your weight was when you started, did you say?
Oh yeah, nobody knows that. I've never said it out loud.
Okay. Send it to me there, because I just want to check something on WhatsApp or something, because
do you want it in stones or
whatever, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
And that's interesting. Why does no one know that number?
Huh?
Why does nobody know that number?
Ashamed of my life.
But that's no longer you.
I know that. But it took me 1.5 years with a health coach to get off the scales. So there you go.
Did you send it to me there? Okay.
Yeah.
And
what I am now.
I think I know that. Yeah. You have spoke about that, have you?
Nope. I haven't mentioned what I am now either.
You've only spoke about the total amount you've lost.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Just so I know what I...
You are very open about that though, aren't you? But you've always been open about that.
Yeah, and I think probably because of The Biggest Loser, to be honest.
Yes.
Can you talk there for a minute? Because I'm calculating something here.
But that got the biggest, being on The Biggest Loser, that would have been a big thing, wouldn't it, for people to have to know exactly what weight you were when you started, and they probably gave that out every week, Paddy, did they? Oh, did they mention the weight you were and then the weight you?
Yeah, it was like Slimming World on steroids.
I shudder when I hear that word.
Like literally, like I have the videos off it. I must send it to you for you to have a watch.
Yeah, I've never seen any of it. Is it on YouTube? It wouldn't be, would it?
No, it's not on YouTube, but I have it. That I can send it to you. Yeah, I will. Talk there for another second. I'm trying to do another calculation here because I want to come back to it with some more information then.
You're going to tell me what percent of my body weight I've lost, haven't you?
Yeah.
Oh, good. Excellent. Yeah. Well, we'll take that and then we'll put it on all of my information. But yeah, I think, when I was doing it today in the library, my new home, that's the reason I was doing it, that I want to show people that it's not all it's cracked up to be, and it's not all that you see on the internet. There are the stories about people like me and hundreds and thousands of other women that are on this and just doing the same hard work that they did before it, and they're doing maybe even more around their nutrition and stuff, because again, it does give you that space to do it, so yeah.
Okay, so
I don't know, but oh no, go on.
Okay, so what I wanted to put in, because what I was saying there about like people sometimes that are larger can lose bigger numbers, okay, and I know, like we've spoke about, say I hit 100 pounds, and you're like, oh, but I've still, like, say, whatever, 14 pounds to go, or 12 pounds to go, whatever the case, might be. Percentage wise, there's like 1% difference in the amount of body weight we have lost in terms of
beginning weight.
Yeah, so if you look at your beginning weight and your current weight now, for you, that equates to a change of 28.5% in your body weight.
Yeah. Wow.
And mine is like just over 29 point something.
That's mad, isn't it?
So, and that's why it's so important to look at these things in ways that can rationalize it. Because if you were just to look at, oh, well, somebody lost more pounds than me, quicker than me, that's not a fair example. What's more fair example is, okay, but actually based on where your bodies were when you both started, you're actually pretty much bang for bang the same as me.
On par.
Yeah, with the overall body percentage difference that you have.
I'd never have thought of looking at it like that.
Yeah.
Thanks for that.
Yeah.
Now, work out how long it took me compared to how long it took you.
Someone has just started mowing their lawn.
I can't hear it. You're okay.
Okay. But yeah, no, look, at the time is thing. But again, we've all the time in the world, as I say.
Yes.
But so no, hopefully that's something that'll help you reflect, though, that when you're looking at other people, don't just look at the amount of weight they've lost. Instead, look at, okay, but what is that percentage relative to me? Because for you, as I say, you're pretty much on par with me. Yeah.
But nobody's starting point will be the same biologically, weight-wise, age-wise, BMI-wise, just nobody.
Yeah.
So there's no point.
Yeah. But yeah, it can be a healthier thing rather than just looking at, oh, well, I've only lost 10 pounds, they've lost 20 type thing. It's like, but actually I have lost X percent. So that's actually really good. So it's, yeah.
Appreciate that. How much? 28% of my body weight?
28.5 pretty much, yeah.
Can we say 29? No, can we say 30?
Well, if we're rounding to nearest 10, yes, then we're both 30.
Yeah, 30%.
Well, that's the thing. We're both within 1.5% of having lost 30% of our body weight.
Isn't there a percentage that Mounjaro gives you compared to Ozempic, say...
So there is some upper results that have been shown from the clinical trial data. So both of our numbers would currently be well above that. Above it.
I think that as well, actually.
Yeah, it's like about 20% is what it can. Now, that's not to say everybody's going to lose 20%, and please, that is not the message to take away.
Yeah.
But there is some trial data out there that shows some people can lose about 20% or something like that of their body weight.
22, I think it was.
Yeah, and that's why it was seen as one of, the big hitters when it was released.
The
Because
King Kong, as they say.
yeah, the other GLP-1 medications would have been kind of in the teens. So there would have been like, say, between 10 and
Yeah.
20, depending on what one you're talking about. But again, this is where it's important to recognize that from a health perspective, like a change of even 5 to 10% in your body weight has a hugely beneficial impact on your kind of your blood pressure, your cholesterol, and your overall kind of metabolic health. So it's phenomenal.
22% once you reach the 15 milligram and
Yeah.
maybe plateau, then off or go into maintenance, you would have expected to lose 22.5% over 72 weeks.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Or
So
that's
that's
what
a year and a half.
yeah, what
Yeah.
the trials kind of saw during that period. Yeah, it's
But then
mad.
I
It is.
suppose I was stalled for 8 months.
Yeah. Yep. You were like you've never mentioned that before.
Yeah, yeah, it's a bone of contention for me.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I'm not sure I've ever spoken about it yet
No,
ever
you've
in my
never
life. Shut up, Paddy. And the longer I'm on this, the more you keep banging on about it.
Oh God.
But it's okay. It's okay.
Um.
But I definitely feel better for having that information. So thank you.
Yeah. No, you should. You should.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
then you're like, oh my God, like
Actually.
almost 30% of my body weight.
Yeah. That's a good percentage to be thrown around.
Yeah.
I'm going
Yeah.
straight on Instagram and tell everyone now.
Okay. Um. I had a consultation with a doctor where I had my first conversation around maintenance.
Oh, yes. Yes. This is huge, isn't it?
And just an early conversation, just to try and suss out what their thoughts were on what maintenance might look like. Not in terms of weight wise, that's,
Yeah.
but in terms of actual like medication.
Maintaining the weight you have
Yeah.
lost.
So
Yeah.
what they were saying, what they would probably recommend for me was something like gradually titrating down from 15 down to 7.5. And potentially that 7.5 from their patients they have seen that would be similar to me would be kind of like a maintenance level. So I thought that was interesting. Now
So
look, that's the
everyone's
very
different.
first conversation. Yeah, everyone's different, but that's the very first conversation I've had about it, which I'm very very interested to kind of learn more about because again,
It's
like
getting close.
it is getting close. Like it's less than 2 stone away.
Yeah. For
Less
you
than
that's what you feel.
Yes.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Like
I think I'm probably thereabouts as well.
yeah, like if I lost, say even where I am now, if I lost 2 stone from where I am now, that would have me back very near the weight I was kind of Big Snoozer time at the final.
Okay, and that was your comfortable self, was it?
Well, I mean, like bear in mind, I started Biggest Loser from a lower weight, so I did. I started Biggest Loser when I was like 21 stone something.
Okay.
I started this journey like 3 stone heavier.
Right.
So
Wow.
yeah. Yeah, so on
Wow.
Biggest Loser, I lost like 6 stone 8. That was the total amount I lost. So
That's 102,
no,
one,
no, not even. It's not even £100.
isn't it?
No, no, no. £100 is 7 stone.
Seven.
£100.
Oh, sorry.
Sorry, 7 stone 2 is £100.
Yes, sorry. Yeah, that's what I thought you said. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I had a conversation with my friend Clarissa today, kind of around that, and not even like you say, it's not like a weight that we're aiming for. My thing was, I just said to her off the cuff that I really want to just go up to the high street and be able to fit into clothes without having to move to the back of the rack every single time for the biggest thing that I can find in the store.
Yep.
And she said, it might not even be that, Belinda. It might just be that you want to buy something that you feel comfortable in.
Yeah.
And, that kind of struck a chord because I think she's right. I just want to feel nice and comfortable in some clothes that I'm not constantly pulling and dragging at and stretching. And every time you sit down, you're pulling at everything. Oh, God, it was the worst, like, wasn't it?
I'm moving away from my phone. If anyone gets to see this video, it'll be on YouTube when we get it uploaded. But
What are you doing?
I just remembered that 2 things. First of all, the tracksuit bottoms that I am wearing are ones I got done that have the Road to 100 logo on them from a previous attempt of weight loss.
Oh, wow. Give us a look. Was that your logo?
Yeah.
You did that yourself, did you?
Yeah.
Love that for you, Paddy.
Yeah. So I had this whole branded like t-shirts, hoodies, everything to try and motivate myself. And then I stopped, like as usual, after a couple of months.
Yeah, it was too hard.
The other thing, I don't know if I'm going to be able to reach there from where I am, so bear with me for a sec.
Oh God, he's not going to take it off, is he?
Take what off?
This lad could be up to anything now in the background. And can you see the state of his room now that he doesn't have his lovely... Oh, is that your velvet jacket? Does it fit you, Paddy? Put it on. Put it on.
No.
Okay.
This is the velvet jacket.
That your friend gave you.
Yeah, that Angie gave me. So like proper expensive, like...
that was for your finale of The Biggest Loser, wasn't it?
Actually, do you know what? I will let you see how near it is or is not.
No, don't. You sure?
Okay. Yeah, because then people have to come and watch the video.
Oh, right, true. Everybody run to YouTube right now.
I don't know how far in we are, but so this, I think we're
about 40 minutes.
Is there a size on this jacket? I don't know.
It looks very plush.
This is 42R, so chest 42.
Regular.
So when I started, I think I was chest about 56 or something like that.
Wow.
Yeah.
You're a big boy, Pad.
So, it's not this way. I reckon I'm about like now I have a big thick t-shirt on, which doesn't help as well. But so this is kind of where I am at the moment.
Ooh, we're nearly there. But I think that you're turn around the back. I want to see the lapels on them. Oh yeah, very nice. Yeah. It's a very nice cut.
Yeah. But like that needs to be able to like close.
Yeah. What do you reckon you are? You're probably right. A couple of stone?
Max.
Max. Because the shoulders aren't even bad, or the arms aren't bad on it either.
The shoulders are the one that I've noticed the biggest change in over the past 6 weeks.
Right. Do you fit that on a lot?
No.
Right.
No, not a lot. Because I know it doesn't fit me proper yet, so there's no point.
Yeah.
But yeah, so there's a little exclusive for you.
Pushing the YouTube channel. I love it.
Yeah.
I have a jacket as well, and I took a photograph of me in it. It was a green denim jacket at the very start, and it was like that. It only came as far as here.
Yeah.
And then a long time ago, I took another photograph of it, and you know what? I must do it now again. And maybe put the pounds that I'd lost on each photograph. I always have these great thoughts and then I never follow through on them, but I should do for my followers. Yeah,
but this is where you should tell it all to ChatGPT and tell it to remind you certain times and stuff like that.
Oh my goodness, can I use him as a reminder?
You can do tasks or stuff like that. There is some way. The stuff to I don't fully know.
I'm not using him as much as I should be at all. Do you see? I love the memes coming out about AI at the moment.
I know.
I love them.
But yeah, so that's the jacket, and that is, I say, when I'm able to put that on and it fits right, that for me is definitely right, Paddy. You need to start in the next few weeks. You need to start thinking about going to maintenance. That's
your Everest.
That's my Everest. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, see how far you've come.
I know.
Yeah. You're nearly at the peak. You're nearly peaking.
I'm just thinking if I thought I could have got my wedding jacket to show you. So for my wedding jacket,
yes.
So I lost before my wedding. I had lost something like 3 stone to try and fit into the jacket and stuff like that, or wear the jacket that I wanted.
How did you feel on the day on the jacket?
I felt good, but looking back at the photos now, I don't like myself in the photos because all I can see still is the fat, and that I could have had better fitting clothes if it was now.
Yeah. I know.
I don't think I have. Maybe, you talk there for a minute. I'll see if I have the wedding jacket.
But couldn't a nice thing to do as well? I think you could nudge Peter to do it. Is what do they call that thing where you don't He's in the wardrobe now. Renew your vows. And that would give you the opportunity then to have another photo shoot. Oh my God. And you could get somebody really professional to do it and show off your great weight loss. You can't hear me, can you, Paddy?
No, I can't. No, it's not my wedding suit, actually. It is, but to show you how much I love that jacket. And again, for people that are listening, you're probably like, what is it that he's looking at? Like, you need to, just for this segment, come over and look at the YouTube.
We're having a little fashion show.
So I got a similar jacket to it for wearing for day 2.
Oh, I love it.
So this,
oh, that's beautiful.
So I had bought this thinking, okay, this might be my wedding jacket. But then I got a black velvet jacket that I wore on my wedding. But I bought this for day 2 of the wedding. I actually haven't tried this on.
What? Try it on now.
Like literally, like I'm literally just after taking it out of the dry cleaner bag.
Yeah, I know. Just take off your headphones now and put it on properly. Okay. So I want to have a look at it. Get that chair out of the way now. Make sure it's stand back now so we can see it properly. Oh my God. I'm so bossy. Oh, nice. Oh my God. Ah, Paddy. It looks like a trench coat on you.
Oh my God.
Oh my God. You should show Peter.
This is gas.
You should. Oh my, you have to do the side by side now. You'll have a nice photograph of you in that, won't you? Will you?
See, that's how I would like that other jacket to fit.
No, but that's too big on you.
No, but like by that, the side profile kind of,
Oh, right. Yeah, snug.
No.
Yeah.
From the front, absolutely. It's like.
Yeah.
Like.
That's wild. And is that the first time you fitted that on?
Yeah, since.
Considering you're always on about the other velvet one, but I suppose that's your.
That's mad. And I do.
So big on you.
Yeah, I have pictures of me in that one. Yeah, I do definitely. But yeah,
okay, so
what chest was this one actually? Out of curiosity.
Do that tonight now, so we can all have a look and everybody will know.
People that are listening and not watching, I'm sorry, you're missing like a lot of the.
I know. So we're really sorry to our listeners.
So after losing the 3 stone for my wedding, this jacket was a 52 chest.
Wow, sir. So you had lost already.
This was with 3 stone loss.
58? What were you?
50. So I was like 56-ish chest before the wedding. And then I was doing CrossFit and all this kind of stuff. And I lost like 3 stone. And then obviously all that went straight back on after the wedding. But yeah, so I was able to fit into this for the wedding, for day 2 after the wedding.
So can I ask you then, Paddy, when you were just saying about dieting and CrossFit and having lost the 3 stone, if you could put a scale on it on a 1 to 10 about the amount of pressure and stress you put yourself and your body and like emotionally on yourself, where would you have gone?
Oh God. Like I think I don't a lot.
Where was your mental health at that point even?
I think like I was putting a lot of pressure on myself because I wanted to look good in photos. Yeah. You know, which I think everyone can relate to for a wedding, or not even just a wedding, but just in general. But and at that stage, I felt great that I had lost like 3 stone or whatever for then. Like I felt really good that I'd lost 3 stone for the wedding. And it was only then when I was looking back at the photos afterwards, I was like, oh God, I still look massive.
Well, you don't look that massive in them. I think you look cute.
Yeah.
But I know where you're coming from.
Yeah. Like
I'm not taking,
the fat rolls on the back of the head and the chin and my face looks all puffy and just, they're the things I see.
Yeah.
When I look at it. Do you know, I'm sure other people look at it and see, oh, there's a happy couple, you know, which is lovely. But again, that comes back to that whole idea of body image and stuff like that. It's the same way that now, like I was looking at, like when I look at my before and after pictures, before and during pictures, that like I put up when I shared about the 100 pounds. From the side, yes, I can see there is a difference that me now is does not take up as much space in the picture as
in the world.
Yeah. But when I look at the front on picture, I really have to sit with it to notice a difference.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's called body dysmorphia, Paddy.
Yeah, no, I
Yeah.
know it's, but and that's why I am challenging myself, and I do sit and I do look. I'm like, well, no, you are different. Like, look at there, but it's not an instant thing. It's not as instant as the side profile thing where I can
Yeah.
clearly see. Do you know?
Yeah.
Um, mm,
Do you know what I get a lot of when I do like before and after photographs, especially from the people that I love that are close to me in my family and my friends, is I never remember you looking like that,
yes,
Belinda.
yes,
Isn't it
yes,
weird?
yes, yes. I had this when I went into the radio station to do an interview recently, all about kind of my journey and stuff like that. My
Your local
colleagues in
radio station was that one?
yeah, where I work, Ocean FM,
Yeah.
and my colleagues were saying to me, they were like, "We don't ever remember you like that or seeing you like that," and I was like,
Because they
"Yeah,
didn't see you like that, like you see
yeah."
yourself.
Like they're like, "I could never have imagined you have been like 24 stone," and I was like, "But I
And they
was."
would have known you.
Oh yeah, they would have seen me every week,
Yeah.
like.
Yeah. My cousins, Debbie and Jessica, like they say that all the time. Like, I don't remember you ever been that big. My brother
Yeah,
Eugene, the same. Like my mother, just don't.
yeah,
But
I do,
we only focus on that.
yeah, but I
You
do get
know.
emotional now when I look at my photos from before.
Yeah.
Like really do when I
As in
sit and
poor
look at them, as in
bit of empathy.
like I feel I feel sad for the man that I see in those photos. Like to the extent where it does make me teary. Even like
Yeah.
there was one day in particular, I was on the, I don't know, it was the train or something like that. I know I get public transport occasionally, and I actually love the train. I go into Dublin. It's like, oh god, I
I
can just sit
know.
back and
Not as
relax.
much
It's
as
like
I love the
comfort.
train.
Yeah. But yeah, there was one day I was doing, I don't know, was I getting a post ready or something like that? And I sat there looking at the photos from before, and genuinely it made me quite upset. So to just sitting there looking at it,
Yeah.
thinking,
Is that because you're remembering the absolute fucking torture that you're in at that time? Or are you just talking about visually?
not just visually, like there is a visual element too, but definitely just about how I guess
How you
how tough,
masked?
yeah, how masked, how tough would have been on myself, like in terms of constantly having to lose weight and being a failure for not having lost weight and putting the weight back on again, and stuff we've spoken about before. But and that's those feelings kind of come back when I look at those photos. Oh my god!
Yeah.
And then like there's pictures that I look at. There was one the other day, a photo that I remember when I took it, I was thinking, oh, I look well in this picture. And now when I look at it, I'm like,
Yeah.
you're yeah, I
Yeah.
don't have those thoughts.
Yeah. It's funny, isn't it? Like even I did a video of my outfit on Friday night, I think it was.
And you did the little
And
heel kick.
yeah, loves a little heel kick. But I will look at that video again, say next week, and I'll still say to myself, like, oh my God, it's the camera. It has to be the camera.
Yeah,
Like I've never looked like that in my life. Ever. Never.
yeah,
Maybe when I was 21 and I was living on the Isles of Scilly and all, can't remember most of that, but anyway, yeah.
yeah.
But that's a long, long time ago, like, you
When
know.
is how far away do you think are you from maintenance? Whatever your marker or measure for maintenance is.
I'd probably say another stone and a half, maybe.
Mm, mm,
Yeah, stone and a half, I'd say. But then like with the operation coming up,
yeah,
I'll probably be a good 6 weeks off,
yeah,
like for that. But I'm going to put all of my efforts into maintaining through that. And
mm,
I know it's going to be hard. And also, I won't be jumping on the scales. I'll just be
yeah.
focusing on myself
Good, good,
and my
good, good, good.
body.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, Other thing I'm doing this week is the movement room with Paddy.
my God.
On
Some of my
Saturday morning.
subscribers are going, and we're so excited.
I
I
can't
don't think
wait.
it's just going to be a 15-minute chat afterwards. And I hope
Yeah.
everybody turns their cameras on as well.
I know, yeah. So yeah, like again,
What time is
like,
it on again? Tell us all about it, Paddy. Go.
yeah, so what I'm doing, like I've had a lot of people asking about, oh, you're going to do like one-to-one coaching again? I would love you to do one-to-one coaching and blah, 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 blah. And I just simply do not have the time right now. I just, life is so busy. And I spoke with this in a recent post, like the podcast, like obviously there's a recording of it. There's a good bit of editing. There's the getting it up. There's the doing the clips for it. Like I do all that. Like some podcasters will like outsource all that, but we don't.
Yeah.
So like it is there's a lot of time goes into it, but I love it. I really enjoy doing that. So that's why it's important to me that I keep that. It brings me joy.
Yeah.
Then I have like 2 jobs. One's a full-time job, one is a part-time job, a few hours a week. And then there's my own social media stuff, kind of on top of that, and then my gym stuff. So like trying.
But you're also married. You also have a home. You also have a cat that is like the highest maintenance cat in the world.
Yeah. So like, and I'm not saying my life is any more busy than anyone else's. I'm just saying that there isn't room currently to add a lot more stuff in there. Yeah. That's all I'm saying.
But also on that note as well, we don't all have the same 24 hours. Nobody does.
No. And this is what we were saying last week. Like like some personal trainers like, oh, we all have no, you don't.
No,
but anyway,
don't.
so I got an idea of something I did before. I can't remember if I did it during some of the lockdowns. I might have, I can't remember. But I used to do some like 30-minute boxercise classes. So I did. Because I'm a qualified boxercise instructor. And I
love that for you. I didn't know that.
And kickboxing. Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
I'd kill it at kickboxing. Oh my God, I'd love to do that.
Yeah, so I used to bring some of those into the boxercise class and kind of mixed up with it. But anyway, so I used to do some of these like virtual 30-minute boxercise classes on like a Saturday morning, whatever. And I literally had people join from the side off the road, whereby the kids are in doing their football match. I'm just sitting here in the car, so I'm just going to join the other side of the car. Like, God's honest truth. Loved it. People that were, anyway. So I started thinking more about this, and I was like, well, why don't I do, particularly now, after the info that I got, that like something like, was it 70% of people, or I can't remember, some really high percent of people said that they like doing home workouts or prefer doing home workouts than going to the gym. And I was like, whoa, I was not expecting it to be that high. So I was like, okay, well, this is something I can actually do quite easily. So I got an idea. Let's do the movement room. I'm calling it because it's movement in your room, whatever room that may be for you, or whatever room I may be in at that time.
And it's not jazzercise or exercise. It's literally just movement.
Movement. It is movement, and there will be, varying intensities that people can do. You can make it as hard or as difficult. I'm not there in the room with you, like in terms of like screaming at you, as in like checking every rep. So from that regard, it's up to you how much you want to push yourself or don't want to. If it's your first time ever doing a class or anything like that, you can do it with your camera off. You can try your best, whatever your best is for you. Do you know what I mean? Like, so that's the idea, is that it's something that is just going to be really accommodating and accessible for people, different shapes, sizes, abilities, all that kind of stuff. So we're going to do that for 30 minutes. We're going to do a little bit of a warm up. We're going to do our workout, and then we'll do a little bit of a cool down and kind of just moment of calmness.
And have a little chit chat.
And then we'll have a little chit chat for like 15 minutes afterwards. Yeah.
I'm so looking forward to it, Paddy.
Yeah, should be good crack, like. So,
but you know what? It's just it's going to be. I think it's all going to be a GLP-1 community thing, isn't it? Not that it's supposed to be, but by default.
Yeah, I think a lot of it will be. So that's what I'm expecting, because again, like that whole idea of being able to answer questions for people, it's very difficult in a DM, whereas it's much quicker, like if we're together in like a situation whereby we've got people in front of us.
Is it Zoom that we're doing it on?
Yeah, Zoom, yeah. So
Brilliant.
So that's the plan. So it's the first one, going to see how it goes. I literally have like the last few spots available. I'm guessing when the podcast goes out that they'll be gone. But you can check on my social and see is there any room left.
But you'll probably like the bookings now have been quite good, so you'll probably do it again.
So like at the time of recording this podcast, they're like 75% sold. Yeah.
Love that for you.
And like it's live, like 24 hours, if even, I don't know. So that's the plan. And then the plan is, hopefully try and do some more of them and maybe try them at different times and stuff like that, because it gives me that flexibility. If I'm in a hotel room, if I'm somewhere else, I can nip out for 45 minutes and I can still do it. Now, the quality might vary because when I'm in my house, I have all my equipment and I have everything to do it like the way that I want it. But it still means no matter where I am, no matter where the people are, that all they need is maximum 30 minutes, with the optional bit afterwards to have the wee chat if they want. So, yeah.
Yeah.
And
I
the
can't
other
wait.
thing that I used to find was that in itself used to build up a bit of community because people would get to know each other then a little bit too.
I know.
Yeah.
And that's what we need.
Yeah.
That's what we need, you know?
Yeah, definitely. Anyway, what's happening in your week?
Kids went back to school today.
Yeah.
And yeah, I was saying to myself all last week that, oh my goodness, I can't wait till the kids go back to school. Hell was I wrong. I've had nothing but phone calls and appointments and all day phone call. Yeah. Nothing bad, but just phone calls that needed to be done. Lots of home admin, you know, for the kids and stuff like that. But I've got a busy week. Gym Pilates starts tomorrow.
Yay.
Went back to aqua aerobics today. How was your week looking?
Oh man, sure. Look, I'm all over the place. So I'm literally I'm like Galway, Dublin, Sligo.
You're going to see somebody in Dublin. Who are you seeing? Band?
Sebastian Schub. Yeah.
Never heard of him.
I think that's the name anyway. I went to see them before a few weeks ago and they were quite good. So they're back again. So I said, yeah, let's go again. Sure, why not? Like, you know.
Yeah. You can become a fan of roadie. Yeah.
So I'm doing the class on Saturday morning. Then I am going to do my own class, my mobility class, and I'm going to like enjoy then, and then hit the road to Dublin. Yeah.
Are you nervous about doing it on Saturday?
No.
You don't care, do you? Yeah.
Because I will get a buzz from knowing that people are hopefully going to be enjoying it and that they'll have the crack and all that kind of stuff. So I'm not nervous about it. No, and I have all the prep done beforehand.
Saying to one of my subscribers today, Carmel, she said, oh my God, I'm going to. And I was like, oh my God, I can't wait to chat to you.
That was lovely. Yeah. But yeah, so anyway, look at maybe it could be like between your subscription group, I need to put my teeth back in, and you know, my movement room. Look, it's the start of little community spaces.
Yes, exactly. And that's what it's all about, isn't it, Paddy?
Yeah.
And listen, can you give me that link so I can pop it into my two groups?
Yes, I will do it.
Yeah.
It's just, actually, you can just go to ptpaddy.com because when I used to do personal training before, my web address used to be ptpaddy.com. Nice and simple, nice and easy.
Is that a website then?
So I've it set up that it brings you directly to the booking page.
Ah, okay.
So you don't even need to navigate anything. You just literally go to ptpaddy.com and if there is spaces available, it'll show you there straight away and you can book it straight away.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let me know when it's full anyway, because I'll take it down then because I don't want the girls clicking on it and nothing there.
Cool. Belinda, let's shut up.
Cool.
Well, look, have a lovely week, Belinda, and weekend and all that kind of stuff.
We'll speak to you next week, Paddy.
Speak to you next week. Yeah, we have Ashley on next week. Yes. For a great chat all about Ashley's journey. A lot of people will know Ashley. Yeah, Ashley O'Driscoll. A lot of people know Ashley as well. I think one of her videos, I know, it's like over 1 million views, which is crazy. And another person that's had a brilliant journey.
Yeah, and we've had such an amazing response to Dr. Crotty's, haven't we?
Yeah. Throughout the whole interview, I'm calling him Mick. You're calling him Dr. Crotty. It's like, I feel, anyway. But yeah,
even when I speak to him on Instagram now, I don't call him Mick.
Yeah. No, I'd also refer to him as Dr. Crotty, but he just said, anyway, we spoke, I feel bad.
Yeah.
But anyway, phenomenal response. Love to get in the comments from people. And thanks so much. And don't forget, there's a whole month's worth of podcasts there, folks. If you haven't checked them out, go and check them out. If you like the podcast, please even write a little review. That would help us, do the little star rating or whatever it lets you do. Click follow, whatever it is on the app. It means a lot to us and it helps us a lot to try and help more people find the podcast as well. But that is it from myself, Paddy.
And Belinda.
Adios, amigos, and we'll chat to you next week.
See you guys.